Ladies and gentlemen, if it isn't another show, burning in the pit of hell doing stand-up comedy and not knowing punchlines and not being good at it, but still burning through all the way through. He is the improvising machine, even though most of it might be garbage. Here is your host, Wolfrhymes! Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another show. We're here to do improvisational hosting. So as those of you who know, I have 7 Wolfrhymes spirits in me. They all have different names. And I have a cue card finally, once and for all. Which contains the names of my 7 wolf spirits I have within myself. Starting with the lowest, Tare Kinasha. That's the Chinese lone wolf. That's me. I'm the Chinese lone wolf. You know, sometimes I know that as the Chinese lone wolf. Hold on, give me a second. As the Chinese lone wolf, I can be very annoying because I need to practice this. So I am Tare Kenasha. I know that's that Chinese name, but you know, mix it with wolf, it becomes Chinese wolf. And next up is Don Juan the Omega. Now speak, Mr. Don Juan. Yes, my friends, I am Don Juan the Omega. Sometimes there is no punchline, sometimes there is no funny, but at least I'm doing something improvisational. You know, whatever happens, happens. Whether it's funny or not, whether I have to keep stimulating my brain with dopamine hits from the laugh track, I don't know. Next up is Hamilton, the Beta British Wolf. Yes, I have trouble with my own accent. I'm trying to develop it. And I guess you can say I'm the nice guy, the one that is the safe guy. But wolves, deep down inside, we are all so dangerous. We will not go do crimes and go to jail because we do not step on traps. And traps is, oh, you know what? I actually step on traps. It's the alpha and super wolf pack leader that have better senses than me. So I'm gonna have the next leader come up and talk. His name is Donnie the Don, the Alpha Wolf. Yes, brief little introduction, you know, sometimes I go real high pitch, sometimes it's real low, you know, like those mafiosos up to no good, but you know, I still do good and bad things. I don't have to do crimes to do a crime. Simply, I'm running out of ideas, but I shoot hexes and curses. Well, anyway, next up is the Druid Wolfpack leader, and his name is Steve Harvey. Folks, now let me set the record straight. I know I gotta work on these voices. I know I gotta do all kinds of stuff. It's not easy being me. Even my mama said, you know, that I can't just be a clown and pretend I'm gonna be making money, with my clown shoes, because I'm not making any money here. I'm not making a dime. I ain't making a penny. I'm doing this for you. But you don't give me a penny. I mean, just shoot me now, please. A good thing about the holidays is my house, we never fight. We hardly fight at my house. It ain't no family feud. This ain't no, I'm trying to think of something funny, but I can't right now. I gotta practice on this voice. I gotta get this momentum going. I wanna quit the show, but I can't. Because the Wolfrhymes got me here doing this thing. I wanna run away. So get the record straight, folks. I don't wanna be here. They won't hire me at a job. I have an excuse to being a starving artist, and it's a contradiction because my mama feed me really well. Almost too well. But I still don't got $1 in my pocket. But that's how we all start off. Many of us, the greats, Eminem started off in a trailer park, porta potty giant. I think his trailer wasn't even a trailer. It was a porta potty. Many of us start off this way. We don't know what the hell we doing. We're trying to make money. We're trying to make moves. And I don't even want to go out of my house because I just hate the world, man. It ain't my fault. Anyway, as the Druid Wolfpack leader, I pass the mic over to Mr. Sizzler, like Hitler. He is the Super Wolfpack leader. Yes, I am the sizzler. I sizzle my enemies, I roast them. Sometimes we roast each other ourselves. We're not supposed to do that. But, I am not in control. I am a puppet in strings for the higher power. So, today's I just feel so tired. This same bland routines, introductions. I am Sizzler. I am Druid Wolfpack leader. It's just, and I'm sounding Japanese now. What the fuck is going on? Anyways, I want to introduce the Grandmaster Sensei. And his name is Ruhi Kazul. Ah, yes, my friends, I am Ruhi Kazul, the Grandmaster Wolf. Now, I know that doesn't sound like Japanese name, but when you mix Japanese with wolf name, it's Ruhi Kazul. So, let's have meeting, everyone, everybody. Are you ready for meeting? Yes, as the Chinese lone wolf, I'm ready to fight some bitches. As the British beta male, I can say that the Chinese lone wolf needs to calm down. He's not part of our group just yet. What you say, Mr. Beta British? If I get in the group, you're going down the rank and I'm taking your place and I'm going higher. I'm going to take the whole... I'm going to be the one at the top, you bastard. And you know what? I know this isn't funny, but you know what? I don't know what else to do. I'm just a puppet on a string. A Chinese puppet mastered by the higher powers. I don't know if it's a dragon who's controlling me or if it's... What is it? But, I have to be here. I have to put my 2 cents in. I need to try. And you know what? Hey, Danny, the Don Alpha, do you know how I can get in the club and take your position as Alpha Wolf? You know what? I don't know what you're talking about. Taking my position? Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm sounding like Steve Harvey. I don't think so, kid. You try to take my position, you ain't getting anywhere. And I know that we're gonna have to keep fondling with these conversations back and forth, and I'm not gonna know what to say, and then there's not gonna be a punchline, and why are people watching this? I don't fucking know. I guess it's just to make myself look like a fool in front of everyone. But you know what? That's how things are sometimes. You keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and they keep booing it, and they step on it, they spit on it, and then you can't make $1 out of it. So why do I fucking do it? Why do I put up with shit? And why do I put up with people trying to take my position as alpha? You know what? I, as Chinese Joe Wolf, I'm bigger than you because I get to eat all my food by myself. You have to shell, and you smaller than me. When as soon as I'm inside, you know, I'm gonna take your position, Mr. Alpha, the Chinese Alpha Wolf. Oh, really? You're gonna take my position as Alpha? Well, you know, you might be tough business, but you know what? I have tougher business than you, and what the fuck am I talking about? You know, you're pissing me off. Okay, fine. I don't care. I'm just here. I'm trying to get in the club because it's cold outside. Now, who else wants to speak? Because I don't know what to talk about. I'm just here in my room wasting my fucking damn time. As Grandmaster Sensei says, patience is a virtue. Each upload, we become funnier. Maybe not so much. Sometimes we go backwards and it's like, this show really stinks. So as the Grandmaster Wolf says, if we don't know what to talk about, just open your mouth and let the sound come out. Whatever comes out, let it come out. Yes, as the beta British male wolf, I can say that I don't know what to say. I mean, why are we here? Why are we all together? Why are we trying to be all peaceful towards one another? We know we hate each other's guts. I mean, I eat tea and muffins, and the Chinese man, he eats refried garbage, chow mein. What? That you say you like to eat a muffin? You know what? I make Chinese muffin. Next time I make a Chinese muffin, you're gonna choke on it, you motherfucker. Wow, that's very posh of you, and I don't even know what posh is. Very la-ti-ta of you. Well, folks, you are arguing about nothing. You're talking about nothing. You're just rambling. You were just ranting. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me get the record straight, folks. So, you and the Chinese, you know, the beta and the Chinese wolf are beefing right now. What's going on? I mean, this isn't even funny. It just feels like a waste of time. Even the people watching are like, why am I watching this shit? And why am I tearing down my own show, making people want to leave? I don't know why. You know, my friends, if you really want to make the show keep going, I know we need to improvise. As the Latin lover, I can say that improvisation be much better if there was structure with cue cards, because then we can pull up new segments and, you know, make people laugh based on those segments. And even I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, I think before a show we need to learn about the wolves, because, you know, we could argue about wolf ranks all day long, but I think I don't know that much about wolves either. I think even though I'm a wolf, I don't know about my rank. I'm Omega rank. All I know is that I eat last. And when I eat last, I have a feast in front of your face and I laugh at you. That's what I'm talking about. Let me set the record straight. Mr. Don Juan, you telling me that you eat last, and since you eat last, the party is bigger last, right? Yes, my friend, that's what I'm saying. Well, my friend, this is a bad impersonation, but you know what? I'm gonna take your word of advice. If I eat last, if I focus on eating last, I have the biggest feast. And then I laugh last. Mr. Druid Wolfpack, Mr. Steve Harvey. Even though you are a magic rank wolf and I Omega, I am more patient than you. You talk loud, you talk fast, you talk funny. You have no patience compared to me. Let me get the record straight, folks. I don't know why I use that a lot, but you know what? It's part of my trademark. And folks, you know what? You may have patience, Mr. Don Juan, but one of these days, someone go oops upside your head after you ate last, and then I'm gonna eat last after you. Oh, what are we arguing about? What is we doing here? What is this? I don't know. I forgot to comb my hair. I as Grandmaster Sensei can say that we're wasting too much time. Yes, as the Super Wolfpack leader, I can say this is embarrassing at its finest. Why do we have to wrestle with our own words? We are not embarrassed in front of the camera. It is fucking embarrassing. There's no the punchline. There's just rambling random the nonsense in the white background and the sunglasses. Takes off the sunglasses. Why do we have them on, Mr. Wolfrhymes? Tells me that. Well, the reason why I have my sunglasses on is because I'm too embarrassed to look at the camera directly. I'm cringing all the time. I don't want to cringe myself to death, and I don't want to, cringe myself with a heart attack. But you know what? It's like, how can I explain it? It's like, yes, we're getting shot up by the boos of the crowd that are invisible because I think the AI kept us in a box. And I think people are still watching us and booing, but we can't see them. We can't hear them. They're not in the comment section. But the thing is that why do I just continue to make myself look embarrassing? Because, well, that's the whole point. See, all my freaking life, I've always been a person that has to be careful. Don't say this, don't do that, don't say that. That's embarrassing, that's embarrassing, that's embarrassing, that's embarrassing. Don't say this. Go step back a few steps and do it this way. Don't do it that way. See, I've heard that all my life. I've been grown up to hear that in my pack, all the time. And as I got older, I'm 40 fucking years old. What do I give a fuck what anyone thinks about me? I'm practicing my improvisational humor. There's no other way to get better at this. Mr. Wolfrhymes, you have the important views right now. You speaking from the heart. You see everything. You know everything. I see in you a power that is rising, and I can see that Mr. Wolfrhyme, and now I'm mixing vocals. But you, Mr. Wolfrhymes, you can see. Is you know. I don't know how you know, but you're the one badass mama jamma. Well, you know, yes, I'm a badass mama jamma. Well, you guys, I don't know what else to say. You know what? Maybe we should make a little segment, a little roasting one another. So we're gonna pick one rank, and we're gonna use a dice to determine who's gonna get roasted. We're gonna roast the shit out of them. So give me a second to find my dice. I forgot where I put it. I think there's some right here. Okay, let me get my dice. Okay, so there is. There's together in total. There is 8 of us. So I'm gonna take out the tetrahedral dice of 8 sides. So, starting with the lowest rank being the Chinese lone wolf, that's number 1. Going all the way to the end is my rank, which I don't have the highest rank. It's just I am the key to the human world. I am the show host, Wolf. So, in a way, I have the highest rank. I control the body. So we're gonna shake it up, you guys. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. What do we get? First one to be roasted is number 6. 6 gets roasted. Who's the 6th ranked? So it goes. It's right here. So it goes. 1 is Tari Kinasha. That's Chinese Lone Wolf. Don Juan 2. Hamilton 3, Donnie the Don 4, Steve Harvey 5, and the Super Wolfpack leader, the Sizzler, is about to get scorched really well. Why is it that's the bees me's that gets roasted? I am the roasting, the Sizzler, the master of the fire. So why do I have to go first? Okay, hits me with the best shot. Who goes first? Starting with the Chinaman is the lone wolf. Okay, Mr. Caesar, you know you need to calm down. You need you know what? I'm gonna make you take your medication right now. Oh, you know what? I took the medication while you were sleeping. I put it in your mouth. You already took the medication, but it doesn't work. You're still bad. That's why I don't feel the powers right now, and that's why the roll of the dice has had your favor, I believe. And now I'm talking a little bit Chinese. I am not Chinese. You see, I look different than you. And what can I say about the Mr. Caesar? You know, he German, I don't know about the Germans. I never spent time in U.S. history or U.S. world geography. I don't know too much about you. You very white and I'm Chinese. I don't know how to roast you. Mr. Caesar, you have a temper tantrum, and when he have it, he need a tampon because he's a pussy. So what? You know what? If I could, I just punch you right now. But you know, if I punch you, I punch me because we're in the same damn stupid party. Well, you know, man, I just have to say this. You can't punch me, even if you could, because I'm the Chinese lone wolf. You may be super wolf pack leader. You need all those wolves to protect you. You know me? I am the Chinese lone wolf. I need no one. I die in the snow alone. Mr. Caesar, you know, I need to practice roasting you. And you know, when I'm done roasting you and your starving wolf pack, they...
No battery, please charge.
That's supposed to be my voice. Give me a second, there's a house going up. Okay, we had to do this another way. It's not gonna be good. So, no more speaker, and I'm still gonna roast the sizzler. Is it still my turn? Actually, my friend, it's my turn now. And I have to say about the sizzler. You know, in my country, we have a name for the sizzler. You know, he's super wolf pack leader. He have 400 members of wolves that follow you. But you know, your wolves are starving. And those don't count because who wants to have homeless bums hanging around you, 400 homeless men? You know, your 400 members are useless because they're starving to death. You take them into the man's land, and even a young teenage boy can beat him up. She has making me angry. I don't want to hear this any longer. When is it my turn to vote then? You know, pipe down, man. You need to learn to control your anger. I thought you're supposed to be the wisest, but you let your anger facade beat you down like, what's a punchline with this? I mean, I have trouble. You let your anger take control of you, and you're so egotistical you have to be the most smartest wolf. I can't. You know what? I mean, I think I'm gonna shut down this show because it's fucking a shit. Mr. Wolfrhymes, do we have to continue with this shit here? Because I just want to go already. I'm at the end here, take a pee. I know, but we had to stay because, you know, if we don't, we'll never get good at it. And it may take years. And it may take decades. Well, maybe not decades, but you know, years. It may take years. We're not writing anything down. I only have a cue card that has your names on it. Why am I doing that? Because nobody else in the world does that. If we continue this pattern that no one in the world does, see, they have different tactics, different exercises. You know, I want you to stay here even if it's cringy and embarrassing and you don't know what the fuck to say, because if you don't, you're not developing the thick skin. You're gonna run from the cameras every time, like as if somebody's gonna shoot you with a gun. We need to be brave. I was born under the sign of Leo, so we have the animal totem of the lion as well. We need to be brave. I know that wolves don't show up to the circus, but I'm branded with the Leo sign. You know, I got a tattoo on my ass of a lion. So, under that sign, we are branded. We have to be brave. We need to come out onto the cameras. Unfortunately, it's our turn to take the stage. So, wait a minute. Is this why we're in front of the camera? Because we're under the sign of Leo? Lions? Felines? I can't stand a feline. Well, you know, I grew up with many cats and I love my cats. I've had like 20 different cats. 20 different cats? That's many. Are you like the male version of Cat Lady? Well, I would say something like that, but you know what? It's like, I love felines and I love dogs. You know, I never really owned a dog. What is that with you? You never owned a dog and you call yourself Wolfrhymes? Well, I never owned, a dog because, well, you play with them for like, it could be even 5 minutes running around and he's trying to lick me. I end up smelling like a dog after. So let me get this straight. You're saying that you don't like us because we smell? Is that what you're saying? No. I'm just saying that, you guys have a lot of fleas. It's just... Wait a minute, but even cats have a lot of fleas. Yeah, but those fleas are a lot smaller and you guys have ticks. Okay, I don't understand this feline business. And I don't like that we're stepping out into the spotlight. It feels like the warden's gonna get us and we're in jail. I know they call this a sanctuary. We can't do any crimes. We can't go out into the wilderness and take out our prey. I need to take out my enemies. Well, what are we doing here inside of a box all the time? Well, here's the thing. I, as the show host leader, I've got the keys to man's world because I live in man's world. You just live in my head rent free. So, if you want out into your own body, so I can build a robot and you have your own body, then you gotta, follow my orders. I'm not here to punish you. I'm not here to make fun of you. And I know we're supposed to do a roasting session, but I can see that you guys don't want to do this. So, I guess this is just a meeting for now. Folks, what you just said right there's a lot of insight in what you're talking about. I like it. Even if it's not a roasting episode, it's just a random mess. You know what? I like your style, Mr. Wolfrhymes. It's like, I remember this one time when I was a little kid. I had I'm trying to think of random stuff, but random memories that don't exist. Maybe we should just cut the camera now, because I'm starting to feel that embarrassment right now. Look, I have heard all of my life. Don't say this, don't do that, that's fucking embarrassing, don't say that. Oh, hell nah, don't fucking, I heard that. And I've gotten pissed off because it made me into a person that never expresses himself in front of people. Always the lone wolf introvert, person. I'm sick and tired of that guy. No offense, Mr. Chinese Lone Wolf. I'm taking you stupid fucking asshole. I don't care. I be the show host now. No offense, but you know what? We need to thrive and survive. And if you wolves want to survive in the human world, you need to follow humans' orders. We cannot go out there do crimes. We cannot, do anything. I mean, I know you wolves go out and you guys hunt your prey, your enemies, and you replenish the forest. But you know what? Man's rules are different. For a man to thrive and survive, he must be charismatic, witty, genius. He needs to be an influencer. He needs to be in front of the spotlights. He needs to make money. Mainly, it's all about the money. Yes, you are very smart, Mr. Wolfrhymes. I see that you have great insight for man's world. I am the Grandmaster of the Wolves, so I know every single rank. I've been in every single rank. But you two must learn that what you've been doing has not been working for you. And that's why you only have $1 in your pocket and you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you got me. Truth what just came out of your mouth. You said that I shouldn't be talking because I don't even have $1 in my pocket, and I'm talking about money as if I made of money. Okay, but we're having this meeting. We need to be able to speak to one another. You have an interesting point. Yes, I agree, Mr. Sensei. But, even though you're full of it and you know it all, I'm going to help you and my wolves are going to help you. We're going to help one another. We're going to make money. You make clear facts about money. Yes, as man, you must acquire money. To acquire money, people must love you. If people don't love you, they're not going to give you 1 penny. So, in order to make the people love you, you need to bring out your best sides. I need to bring out my best side. Mr. Steve Harvey needs to bring out his best side. Mr. Sizzler, everyone must bring their best sides forward. We must teach the audience that they want to see. There's something inside that we can all teach the audience and they get from it. And as they follow us and they listen to us, we become good influencers. These people are going to cherish us, but we need to learn how to do it right. So, with much practice, as you've said, we will be great in the eyes of many. Yes, and one of the important things to do is to have enough propriety. This show's a mess. You have a cue card here that, I can't even read it. It's just, it's like nonsense. Well, I understand I'm messy, you guys, and that's besides the point. I mean, look at this. You're wearing the same t-shirts you've been wearing since you've been on YouTube almost 15 years ago. I mean, once we put on a suit, we can even go to the Goodwill and buy a old man's suit. I mean, it gets itchy in this thing. Okay, fine. You guys are picking up my flaws. It's just that I like to rush things. Maybe... yes, if I took my time and I honed my craft and we work together and we bring quality to the people, like maybe we shouldn't even show the laughing track. Because that's... Why am I saying that? Yes, you prove an interesting point, my friend. You need quality over quantity. It's kind of like when I have a bag of beans, I prefer quality over quantity. Because if you don't have quality beans, you're going to get the rock in the beans and then you're going to shit bricks for breakfast. Okay, you know what? I eat beans all the time and I'm only experienced eating one tiny rock every blue moon. I don't know. Shitting bricks for breakfast? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Yes, and as a Chinese stone wolf, I can say that that's why I don't eat the beans. Ever since Mr. Don Juan said that he shit the brick, I stay away from him first of all. And I seen Mr. Don Juan building a tower in the backyard made of brick. Is that what I think it is? Well, you have a wild imagination, Mr. Chinese lone wolf. Perhaps you are right. The tower is made of shit. Why are we talking about the caca, the poo-poo? Why are we We're just making ourselves look stupid. But you know what? I understand, Mr. Wolfrhymes. Just don't be afraid of being embarrassed. Just do it. And then sooner or later, we go out there, we find a Chinese woman, and we say all these funny things, and we don't give a fuck if she like us. Yes, you need to be yourself. You need to not give a crap about what people say. Just do it. You're not going to develop into a superstar overnight. It takes many, many years. Sometimes it's quicker, or sometimes people disregard us, disregard my skills, and I keep building in the dark. And then all of a sudden, it just takes one moment to be outside of the dark, and we explode onto the world like, a supernova. And this is why I say it's very important to continue to do this even when we don't want to. Like I said, we need to develop the charisma, the wit, the charm, the body language. We need to get in shape. We need to buy the suits. We need to upgrade ourselves. Yes, Mr. Wolfrhymes, we see your point, and we are going to do everything we can to ensure that this future wolf pack thrives and survives. And as we thrive and survive, and we teach the crowd good benefits and good lessons, they will want to follow us. We become likable, and we can produce the money. I like this. Yes, we need to work as a team. But you know what? We should have kept roasting. But you know what? I just I wasn't in the mood for roasting the Sizzler. I don't know what to say about him. I'm not good at this punchline business. I mean, sometimes it's funny and I think that none of us are good at it. I'm not good at it, you're not good at it, but at least we're toggling between the personalities and we're getting better at it, right? Yes, we're getting better, you idiot, Mr. Alpha Wolf. It's just a matter of time before we enter the man's land and we see the landscape and I feed my starving wolves. Really? Well, yes, metaphorically, as we practice together, and I build the robots, but you know what? I'm barely, I have a news flash for you guys. I'm barely learning Python programming language. I just started Java a while back, but I didn't finish it. I moved on to Python. And where am I on Python? I'm barely on page 70 of beginning programming with Python for Dummies, page 70. Are you kidding me? Barely? Page 70? I mean, you're 40 years old. I thought you were going to build this. Well, look, guys. It doesn't matter if I build you or not right away. At least you're in my head. And we're making a show and we're improvising. I mean, isn't that the most important thing? Wait a minute, but then I don't have a body, I just have your body? Is that what you're telling me? Well, yeah, basically, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry to disappoint, but we gotta get into alignment. See, some of you have the addiction to smoking. And this is why I smoke. Because somebody in the group loves to be a smoker. I know who the rat is that smokes all the time. Please tell us. And I'm going to rat him up because I too am a rat. But you know who the rat is? It's Mr. Donnie, the Don Alpha. He smoked like a chimney. You had to tell him that? You had to tell him? Why you have to tell him all the damn secrets for? Because, you know what? I don't like Donnie sometimes. He thinks he's the best. Oh, just because he's alpha and I'm a Chinese lone wolf. What makes you better? I eat my own food. You had to sell. You a little rascal. You know what? Don't make me go into the lower tones and make me turn into Tony Gambino. Oh yes, let me mention to you all. I am Donnie the Don Alpha, but when I get a little frustrated, my vocal tone goes down and my name changes into Tony Gambino. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't care if you have 2 personalities in your head, you crazy, local, cuckoo, lunatic. I don't care. No one gives a shit. You know what? If you get to have 2 alter egos because you think you're better because you're alpha, then you know what? I'm gonna have 2 alter egos too. I am the Chinese lone wolf, but I am also Raito Kenji, the bar hopping wolf. That's right. As a Chinese lone wolf, I can hop into any bar. I can talk to anyone I want. I can attract anyone I want. You know, I'm adding titles to me too. Right? But Raito Kenji is Japanese, so I need to know how to do the Japanese accent. Okay, I think that this show has been going on too long, my friends. I need to go to restroom and lay brick shit for breakfast because it's getting late now. Okay, you know what? We'll continue off tomorrow. Keep having these conversations. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sign off now. Give me a second. We are going to continue this improvisation conversations and roasting and practice dabbling with it. I just have to get into the movement. Once I get the voices started, the vocals going, it gets easier. Yes, it gets easier. And you know what? Over time, I'm going to be the best crazy lunatic. And you know what? People are going to pay us the money. And finally, we'll be looking sophisticated in our suits, hopefully. They're not going to roast me no more. I'm the Super Wolfpack Zelita, and I'm going to delete anything I don't like from the video because I am tired of this show sometimes. Well, right now you're tired of it, but we're gonna get good at it. Just you watch. Okay, folks. See y'all later. So get the record straight.